is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey,
What do we got today?
I don't know.
Oh, I
You're
know.
fizzing at the ding hole over something. That's your bum, by the way.
Please don't. Is it?
Did you see that shop that I saw called Fizzin'?
That's right, because you had
I
a bit of
tagged
an
you in it.
overseas trip
Yeah.
recently.
And I wrote at the ding hole and then tagged Kate Ritchie in it.
And then I also saw a photo of you on a doorstep that said Fat Boy or something.
Yeah, that's disrespectful, isn't it?
Isn't Fat Boy a motorcycle?
Well, you
That
fat
took me
boy,
ages
yeah.
to write.
Thank you, mate. I love that sticker on the shop window. I hope, Kate Ritchie, you don't have any stories to do with weight.
No, I don't.
No?
No, I don't at all. I have a story. Oh, God, now how else do I deliver it? It's a story about mistaken identity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I got in an Uber and thought I was someone else.
Oh, you thought you were someone else?
No, I do have a great story for you. Bit of a mistaken identity. It's not directed at anyone in particular.
Sure.
Apart from maybe Wippa. Stay tuned.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Bit of a party going on. Was this time yesterday I learned that Coachella repeat themselves weekend after weekend. Weekend 1 is the same as weekend 2. I just thought they split the acts up. I had no idea.
That would cost them twice as much money.
I never thought about it.
You've got there's around about 150,000 tickets they sell each weekend, right? And it sells out straight away. It sells out before they even announce the lineup.
So do you want to be at weekend 1 or do you want to be at weekend 2?
Well, weekend 1's supposed to be better because where it is, it's on a polo field. So
Yeah.
it's in the middle of the desert, but this polo field is this amazing... I mean, the grass is unbelievable. There's palm trees everywhere. But what happens on weekend 1 is everyone walks on it, and then by weekend 2, all the grass is dead.
Oh, my God. So you can't even play polo midweek.
No, you can't play polo.
Right.
I mean, that's a good way of maybe getting you over there, just to tell you that there's a few polo games going on, mate. You could wear your Ralph Lauren and you'd enjoy
I've got
yourself.
the Ralph Lauren gumboots too, which would look great in some tight denim shorts.
Well, you would fit into Coachella because...
They're trendies, aren't they?
Well, it is. It's an amazing place, but yeah, weekend 1 is where all the celebrities are supposed to go as well.
$600 for a ticket. So you're asking a bit here. And how's this? The price of food. This one girl, Jackie in particular, was talking about she bought a juice and 2 breakfast burritos, $64.
Now that's US. Now remember that's US. So that's close to $100 Australian.
Oh my God! If you want a vodka, you're at $17 US.
Yeah, I mean, it is expensive.
My God.
I mean, Coachella is like they see it like Vegas. Like you go there and you spend
But you'd be ready.
that you have.
You'd be ready to be fleeced, wouldn't you? You'd go there knowing you were just going to have to cop it.
Well, this is the
Tourist
thing.
dollars.
But it is hard. I mean, it's like you go to some restaurants here and you look at the prices and you go, how do I enjoy myself knowing that I'm forking out $30 for a cocktail?
Well, you know how you enjoy yourself at Coachella, mate. That's when you settle in for a bit of J Balvin and Will Smith.
Oh, J Balvin. Who is J Balvin?
I just wrote it down when Tommy was talking about it. Jesse, you going to play some J Balvin?
we've got
or
some.
what, mate?
Well, this is the special duet when Will walked out.
There's aliens on stage dancing. Now, if I'd paid $600 and then another $100 for a juice and 2 breakfast burritos, and then I saw Will Smith with a couple of aliens on stage, I'd be hoping I was at weekend 2, I reckon, and he'd dropped out.
The other one is because when Coachella started, it was a punk festival. So you had your Rage Against Your Machines and your Radiohead, and then all that played, and it was massive. But now it's completely different. They're quite smart. They get the biggest musical artists from all around the world. So they'll pick. Apparently, there's an artist in India.
Rahat.
So when they
me?
he's from Pakistan. He looks a lot like you.
Sure.
There's a guy in India. So when they announced that this guy in India was performing at Coachella, which I've never heard of him before, no one I think really has. that was the largest social media post that Coachella got. That got retweets and you know people that were passing it on. So what they do is they pick artists from all around the world, and now they've got a global audience of people that want to go to Coachella from all around the world. So
Makes sense.
They sell out before they even announce their lineup.
And the Indian community that turn up to see the singer that they love, are they also Shakira fans? Oh no, who was it, Jess, that turned up to play?
Well,
who did
Kesha, I think.
Kesha.
Oh,
Kesha.
Kesha,
You got a bit of
yes.
Kesha?
I do have a bit of Kesha.
Here we go.
Wake up in the morning like P. Diddy, grab my
Oh, yeah.
Bit of P. Diddy here, yeah?
She's had a crack at P. Diddy.
Hey,
Well, the other one as well, Blur. I don't know if you saw Blur. I mean, I would have loved to have seen Blur, but Blur played boys and girls, and Damon Albarn was asking the crowd to sing back to him, and no one was singing back to him.
Okay.
So
that went well.
He actually got really upset that he said on stage, well, this is the last time we're playing this place.
And last time I buy a couple of breakfast burritos. Hey, in other great festival news, Fitz, I don't know if you saw this. Indoor garden party, Russell Crowe's band, Glastonbury.
I saw that.
Now, the other great news is, and Tommy and I, we're not going to say too much at this stage, but behind the scenes we've been thinking and working about, imagine if we were able to broadcast from the Olympics this year. Now, I believe, although in France there's a couple of shows that Indoor Garden Party are doing in London, Fitz. Now, you're not going to turn up in Europe without going to Indoor Garden Party.
You need Russell to put you at the door there.
Yeah. Or do we go to Glastonbury, Tom? Do we go stuff it and throw it out the window and head straight to Glastonbury in the Ralph Lauren gumboots and denim shorts?
No. Sorry, I'm sorry, though, Wippa. Glastonbury is a camp. That's a camping festival. It's in the middle of nowhere.
That's me all over.
You are absolutely no
I'm
chance.
sure there's some fine dining and a game of polo somewhere.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate had a massive day yesterday.
I did.
Windscreens O'Brien?
It was O'Brien, actually.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Leanne at
Rosebery?
O'Brien in Rosebery.
Yeah, I've been to that one.
Have you?
Yeah.
So there was what did you get at? What, a little rock flicked up and cracked your screen?
I was driving down. I was in the Southern Highway. No, not the street. What I mean is, I was kind of off road in the Southern Highway.
Four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel driving.
No, and I remember saying to my daughter, because a rock hit the windscreen. I promise this story is going to get more interesting than
Here we
this.
go. Tommy, we've got to
It's
spend
one
10
of these
minutes.
guys.
All right, blow out the clock.
Fitzy, belt yourself in.
Tommy, can I quickly just go get a tea, a green tea, and I'll come back?
No.
All right, I'll come with you. No, I'm joking. I'm excited.
Fitzy, you are going to love this story, actually, because it's not really about the windscreen. I got you hooked, haven't I?
Now I'm in.
Anyway, I got the windscreen fixed, thanks to Leanne. It was all good. Took a couple of hours, but you have to get the Uber there and back.
Yeah, right.
And so the guy, when I went back to fix... oh, no, I'm so confused.
Here we go.
You put the pressure on me.
So you got back there. You're actually quite funny.
So I went
back
home
there.
and I did some jobs. I had a very productive day, and I've got stuff in the office. And then Leanne rang and she said your car's ready to pick up. And so I said, right, I'll jump in the Uber. So I get into the Uber. And I'm still a bit funny with Ubers. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but it just, even Tommy,
bit snobby.
He knows I'm not snobby. I'm not weird about Ubers at all. I grew up getting in taxis. I'm a taxi girl, unless Uber are spending with the show, and I love them. But
Thank God I'm a taxi girl.
You couldn't get into an Ola. Ola just shut down. God, I loved Ola.
Ola was great.
But I love calling a cab. Anyway, I get into the Uber. This guy's probably around my dad's age. I'm going to ruin it, but it's such a fun story and it made me laugh.
Yep. Glad it made you laugh.
Oh no.
Anyway, it's like my dad's driving, and we're talking about everything that's on the news at the moment. He's listening to like 2GB or something like that. He's like my
He's
mum
got
and dad.
Hadley on.
For people who are about to car key.
Love a bit of Ray Hadley. Anyway, he goes, "What are you doing these days, Kate?" And I said, well, the marketing's working.
Shouldn't have pulled that budget.
I said, well, I had a baby. Oh, how old's she? Oh, she's nearly 10. Like all that stuff.
Yeah,
and then I said,
combo.
no, now I work in radio. Oh, do you? What? You're on the FM? Yeah, on the FM. I said, yeah, with Nova. Did drive for a while and a long time, actually. I mean, you sign up for a couple of years and you just can never get out of there. I'm mad for a long time, like I love a long run job. Thought I'd do home and away for 1 year and look what happened.
I feel like I'm in the Uber. This is amazing.
Wait for it, Fitzy, wait for it. I'm building it up. It's not going to be great. Anyway, and he goes, oh, all right, who are you on there with? And so I go, oh, Fitzy and Wippa. Oh, yeah. Oh, Fitzy. Fitzy, he's a good bloke, isn't he? He's from Adelaide, isn't he? Didn't he play... He played a bit of football or something, didn't I? I said, oh, yeah, he's always banging on about it. Like, we did all the football gear or whatever. And he goes... And when he goes, what?
No, he sounds like a lovely man.
Oh, he's a lovely man.
I'm into the story now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, because you're involved and I'm saying nice things, and I do. Then I say all that rubbish, in case it gets back to someone about how you're really nice guys and family man, and they've been so welcoming.
Suppose I'll just sit here and wait for the fat joke before we laugh and go to a song.
And then he goes.
Yep, here we go.
Right, I'll just say his name was Steve.
Go on, Steve. Have a shot,
And he
mate.
goes, oh, and Wippa, which one's he? And I said, oh, Wippa, what do you mean? And he goes, oh, I know Wippa. He's really good friends with that Wolverine guy, Hugh Jackman, isn't he? I said, I'm going... Hugh Jackman, I didn't know. And then I realised he thought you were Gus Wallen. No, I'm sorry if that story's not that great. But God, it made me laugh.
There's the fat joke.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I'm still standing is next. Now, we have got a Kia Sportage hybrid car to give away. Now, if you get on the show, you go up against Kate, 13, 20, 14, you go into the running straight away. But we've got $200 cash up for grabs. Do you want me to give you a question?
Give us a bit of something.
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay.
Is this for me?
Why don't I go against you, Kate, with this one question?
Oh.
Just for a bit of a warm-up for those
Do we
playing
jump?
along.
We jump in then.
This one is a multiple choice, but I'm not going to give you the multiple choice. I'm going to see if you can get it. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that. Tommy, can you help me with this one? Number 5?
This is going
Question
well.
number 5.
Yeah, Sauvage.
Is Sauvage the fragrance from who?
Dior.
No, it's from you guys. Don't you do some random thing?
No, you're thinking
No,
generic.
that was generic.
Are you sure it doesn't say ceviche and you've got it completely wrong?
Yeah, Tommy,
did I
I
say it
Dior.
wrong?
No, I don't know.
Is the answer Dior?
I thought it would have been Sauvage.
Salvage?
Salvage.
That's Johnny Depp. When you salvage something.
Oh, you salvage what you can from a shipwreck.
But it's Sauvage.
Savage.
Savage.
No, Sal. S-A-U is Sal.
It's Johnny
pronounced
Depp.
Sal.
It's Johnny Depp on the... He
Yeah.
sells it, doesn't he?
It's Dior, is that correct?
And Dior is correct.
Well, because Wippa has the answers in front of him.
I do not know about that.
One more question.
Do you want one more?
You've got
Yep.
the answers in front of you.
No, I'm not looking.
She's hiding.
How many teeth does an average adult have?
26.
Incorrect.
36.
Kate, you now get the floor. Kate?
Just say 36.
It's between 30...
And 37.
30.
No,
32.
it's between 31 and 33.
What? But I said 32.
Bang, you
only.
got it.
32 is correct.
Dior.
I'm amazing.
Dior. Now we're going to need a new set of questions.
And we're going to need someone to call.
We're on.
All right, it's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing.
Now.
Visit Sydney's ultimate Kia experience dealer, Sydney City Kia, O'Riordan Street, Alexandria.
Yeah, thank you very much to Sydney City Kia because we're getting a brand new Kia Sportage Hybrid. Do you want a hybrid car?
Yes.
Oh, you've just got to be in the running, right? So you've got to play against Kate and you are in the running. So we're going to go to Yo Gabba Gabby right now in Port Hacking. Gabby, congratulations. You're in the running for that car.
Oh, I'm so excited. I need that
Gabby, what are you driving at the moment?
Corolla.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Be a nice fresh change for you, Gab.
Upgrade.
Good luck today.
really big
thank you.
upgrade.
Good luck,
$200 up for grabs as well. Gabby, you're going first because you're our guest. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds is the winner. Gabby, your 60 seconds starts now. What's the name of Tones and I's breakout single, Gabby?
Dance Monkey?
Yeah, that is correct. What year did Apple release AirPods? The AirPods. Not that long ago.
2018?
Or to 2016. Kate, over to you. True or false? Joel Creasy was born in Borkham Hills.
Yes, he was.
Yes, correct. How long is an Olympic swimming pool, Kate?
50 metres.
Yes. Is Sauvage the fragrance from Dior or Tom Ford?
It's from Dior.
Yes. What colour is a poppy flower usually?
Oh, well, often red.
Yep. The coat hanger is the nickname given to what Sydney landmark?
The Harbour Bridge.
Yep. Name a celebrity who's been eliminated from I'm a Celebrity.
Candace Warner.
Correct. The movie Bend It Like Beckham focuses around what sport?
Soccer.
Yep. Which Aussie supermodel has become
Ritchie.
model? Oh,
Thanks.
Kate
There it
Ritchie.
is.
Oh, well, I kept the money, but Gabby still goes in the draw for the car, doesn't she?
Yep, Gab, you're in the running for the car.
Amazing.
You're also in the
Thank
running
you.
for first class and 50k.
Yes.
How good. Thanks, guys.
Good on you, Gab. Have a great day.
I love the attitude.
Too.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I love these stories about how artists, now it could be a painter, it could be a musical artist, but how they try to further their career. And if you've ever been to America before, on the streets of New York and that, you'll get rappers handing out mixtapes, man. This is my mixtape. The thing is now, though, Kate, you think they're giving you a mixtape and then you got to pay for it.
It's a scam, isn't it?
Oh.
Often there's nothing on the tape or the CD, man.
What? And they just
way.
charge you for it?
Yeah.
So this is over in Germany, but there is a huge there's a huge gallery over there in Germany. It's the biggest one in the country. It has 20,000 works in its collection.
Wow.
There's a guy that works there and he helps put up the paintings. But he's a painter himself, Kate, and no one's really noticed his work.
Oh, that would be quite hard, wouldn't it, to be surrounded by these beautiful artworks? I mean, maybe he gets some kind of joy being surrounded by all of that.
And he just wants the recognition.
Yeah,
for his own
so
craft.
that's why he decided when everyone clocked off one night and had left, he decided to screw into the wall one of his paintings.
Love that.
Along with the 20,000 others.
How did he go?
thought,
Was many stopping for a photo?
He said, I don't really love this job. I love painting more. I've got to have a crack. Maybe someone will notice this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did like his painting. But the gallery didn't, and they've actually handed him over to the cops.
Oh,
he could
come
be
on.
arrested
He's
for
had a-
this.
Well,
He's had a crack.
he's put holes in the wall.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well,
In a very famous museum. I mean, the only payoff is if he could actually be there during the day when they reopen the doors in the morning.
To see people enjoy it.
To see and be like, oh, yeah, they're stopping
My
and looking
dad
and they're
did
having
this.
a fun.
He did it at university. He put 3 car tyres on top of each other in a gallery, and it was successfully there for weeks.
Yeah.
People thought it was a piece of art by some fool.
Are you,
And,
are you making this up?
No, not at all.
So was it?
Him and his uni mates decided to do this as like an art exhibition, as an instalment in one of the galleries, and people just wandered past and looked at it and wondered what sort of meaning would come from 3 car tyres.
Wow. Well, it's,
if it only saved you once a year, it's a good year.
It's all in the eye of the observer, isn't it? And I suppose if you're Bob Jane walking past, you would have gone, oh, that's
would've loved
art
it.
to me. I love that.
I love that.
I love these stories, though.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, can I go through a few musical artists for you and how they started their careers? Rod Stewart used to put up fences.
Rock and
And
Rod.
One day after work, He also worked at the Highgate Cemetery, and one day after work, he decided to go down to the railway station, Kate, with his harmonica and started singing.
Yeah.
Walking past was another artist called Long John Baldry and said, "You're pretty good. Do you want to come and sing in my band?" Went and sang in his band that weekend, and that's how Rod Stewart's career kicked off.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Can we go to Gloria Estefan? So Gloria Estefan ended
I
up...
love Gloria Estefan.
She ended up in a group called the Miami Latin Boys. And you know how she met them, Kate?
How?
Her and her cousin Mercy were at a wedding, a family wedding. They said, "Girls, you can sing, get up." They performed 2 Cuban songs impromptu, and the Miami Latin Boys happened to be the wedding band that day and
No
said, "Oh my
way.
gosh, you girls are the best, come and join us." And Gloria Estefan's career started like that.
And she didn't even have to nail a painting into a wall
No, she
to be
was
noticed.
keen to turn the beat around.
Can we go to Tony Braxton? You heard of Tony Braxton?
Yes.
Oh, God. Whatever she was doing first, she should have stuck with that, I reckon, Tony Braxton.
No. Well,
Have you not heard? Do you know this song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bit of a one-hit wonder for Tony.
Tony Braxton was pumping gas and singing while she was pumping gas.
See, Tommy worked at a servo. You were cleaning the pump, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, I did that a lot, but I
should have
didn't
been
sing.
singing.
I didn't sing when I
Or
did
Tommy,
that.
you got the sack because you were playing with the Bowser too much, weren't you?
Yes.
Did
yes.
you really
Yeah.
clean the Bowser?
Yeah, I
Pump
did.
the gas?
Yep. All the time.
really?
Tommy's
Yeah,
cleaning-
So-
yeah, I
cleaning
did.
the
Tony
song.
Braxton was singing as she was pumping gas. There was a record company chief that was getting his car filled up, and he went, "Oh my gosh, your voice is amazing." Tony Braxton, career check.
It just makes you think that if there's anybody out there right now, whatever job you might be in, except radio with microphones turned on, Kate Ritchie, sing at work and maybe you'll be discovered. You know, if you're working in
Jewel?
the cafe this morning. Or
Do you guys remember Jewel? Jewel
Yeah.
was from Alaska. Oh, great
so
song.
long. What was the name of this album? It was a guy's name.
And it was white. It was a white album with
Yeah.
a photo in the centre.
So it's similar to Tones and I, because Tones and I she was
Busking.
performing on the street. She was busking as well, but Jill was living out of her van. She just would rock up to coffee shops and go, do you mind if I just play a few songs on my guitar? And they go, "Get stuff, Jill. We don't know who you are." Mm-hmm. Until one coffee shop went, "You know what? This is amazing. You've got an amazing voice. Here's the number of someone I know at a record label.
Bang.
Career, check."
Tommy, tell
Well,
us
I
about
don't
Jewel.
think it was that.
I mean, that
I
album
don't
was
think
massive.
it just takes one phone call.
Yeah, that album
But
was
what was it
massive.
called?
She's sold 30 million albums. All I think was it Pieces of You.
Yes!
Yeah.
Because there's a song Pieces of You, isn't there?
Yeah. And
What was the other big
She
Jewel
also
one?
wrote that other album about you, Tom. Pieces of
Oh my God. What are the other albums?
Shouldn't your dog be barking by now? Tommy, what
she
about...
did the album Lullaby, Goodbye, Alice in Wonderland. So many great albums,
Tommy,
guys.
where's Jewel now? Like, we never hear from Jewel.
I think she's back in Alaska because she grew up in a town called Homer in Alaska.
I don't even know this.
You
I
don't.
love
You
The
can't do
Simpsons.
the dolls, mate.
I
You don't.
love
You
The
guys never
Simpsons.
watched The Simpsons.
No.
Can we play this song, Tom?
What's
You were
the
meant
other
for
the
me.
little kid does?
Eat my
Honey.
shorts.
Yeah.
Do you want to play some Jewel?
I
We
can.
haven't played Jewel for years.
Funny, though, but the sun's out, mate. Play the
Oh,
Beach
mate, go
Boys
for
or
it.
Jewel.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
Oh, this is magnificent.
And then
Yeah.
can we do Unbreak My...
No, we're not doing Tony Braxton.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
If you could work from home, would you do that?
Nah, tried that, over it.
No way.
You don't get anything done. I'm too distracted by the fridge.
Really?
Yeah, you know when you find yourself just wandering through the house and you go, you know what, I'll have a look. I mean, I looked 5 minutes ago and there's nothing I wanted then. but
We've
I'll have
got a
another
fridge
look.
here. We've got 2 fridges.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
the
Actually,
and what
we-
about the vending machine?
But they're communal.
Oh yeah, My Muscle Chef.
Yeah, you could do
Have
that.
you guys been smashing My Muscle Chef?
No,
Is
and every
that
time I go down there, Pete
his
plays in front of
name?
it. I can't get to it.
Do you know, it's I know there is I mean, there was a moment in the pandemic where you went, "Oh, this is pretty good, isn't it?"
Oh,
But
there
you know
were
what?
moments.
Look, I think there are elements of liking that you can perhaps stay in your pajamas for the day, but I don't think in the long run it is incredibly, it's not productive.
No,
the fridge
I don't
isn't
think
my
so.
distraction, it's the making sure that the washing's done, or
That's
then
the
all of a
thing.
sudden I start going through my bookshelf or
and you know what?
sorting pencils.
Other people can get in your way too.
Yes,
Because they
they
think
can.
you're home and all of a sudden, hey, do you reckon you could just turn the hose on out the back?
No, you have to. Yeah,
Oh, hang
you
on a minute, I'm trying to get something done here.
You've actually got to shut down. It does say that 44% of people aged between 18 to 24. So it's the Gen Z people that would prefer to stay at home. I just want to know, if you are kind of working from home, do you always work from home and do it the way that you're meant to do it? No. Or are you doing the little sneaky, yes, I promise I'm at my desk, but, and I'm probably not the person to deliver this story because I don't know, I'm not very good with technology, so I don't know how you could possibly manage to do this, but perhaps you could pretend that you're there.
Right, okay. Yeah,
and that you're not 13, 24, 10 if you're actually doing your job from somewhere else. I think there was a story floating around about a girl who stayed in bed. Did you see the photo of this?
What did she do?
She stayed in bed, but she got up and she must have got a mannequin's head and a cap and glasses or whatever. And I'm guessing the workplace must be able to kind of dip in and out of having a look at where she's working from. She's got her bedroom wall or the lounge room wall in the background and a cap, and she looks like she's diligently typing on her.
Away.
She's doing a job, but she's not.
She's not even there. Do you know
she's
what?
not.
Because there was lots of programs you could actually download, which made your mouse move on the screen, so it made it look like you were still going as well.
Yeah.
When you weren't actually there. So you could just set the program up to run and the mouse would move, and the next thing you know, the boss thinks you're still there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
What do you got, Jess?
I've got a little life hack for anyone that works at Nova. We use Microsoft Teams, which shows your availability status as green. So someone can check when you were last on. Sometimes I'll wave my thing over Tommy. Last seen 30 minutes ago, meant to be working. What you can actually do to
I didn't
keep
understand
it
a word you said.
always available, you can call yourself on Microsoft Teams, book a meeting with yourself and go into the call and leave that running. It keeps you green. You can be at home and go do whatever you want for a couple of hours. Absolutely.
Genius.
Very welcome.
Okay, have we got Gina, or has Gina dropped out there?
Gina's
Tommy, we
dropped
lost
out,
Gina.
but why don't we get some more calls on?
What is the technique that you're using? That's extraordinary.
Are you at the beach taking meetings?
Yeah, getting it done, guys. Give us a call. Get involved.
Gina in Liverpool.
So cute.
Are you taking sneaky conference calls from somewhere you're not meant to?
Of course not.
Gina, what are you doing? Reveal, please.
In my previous role, if you're on a conference call or a forum, like they can go for an hour and a half or longer. So I used to go to the Crossroads hotels with my previous manager. I would have a seafood lunch and a glass of red.
Awesome.
The Crossroads Hotel.
All you're doing is just listening. Like you're not having any input.
Yeah, boring.
And I'm just it's pretty boring. So you put your headsets on.
They can't see you, Gina. It's just you're just listening.
I'm just listening. Yeah, exactly.
That's
You're just
so
listening.
But would they ever
Yeah, but
ask
you're
you a
not
question,
listening.
Gina? Like, would they
Oh,
throw
you
to
can
you?
still answer. You can still answer your question.
Yeah, with half an oyster hanging out of your mouth.
Yeah, but you're muted. Yeah, you're muted, and you can hear like the last 100 metres of a race at Wyong in the background.
Make sure you don't turn your camera on or unmute your phone accidentally.
Oh
all that kind of stuff.
It's so stressful.
It's awesome.
Good on you, Gina.
Arthur in Parramatta, where have you worked from, Arthur?
Hi, mate. Yeah, I was skiing in Japan, actually. It was quite funny. Every single time I was on the chairlift and I had to answer a call, I was on a conference call, and every single time we would go through the rollers on the chairlift, I had to mute myself so they won't hear that I'm on the chairlift.
Did you pull it off, Arthur?
Yep. No one knows.
Hey, they do now, Arthur.
One for the people.
Oh, that is awesome.
Imi and Wallara, where is have you got a little remote office, have you?
I do. I have a little remote office, and that would be at Joe Bailey, at the hairdresser. I feel like I just need to be, high maintenance to be low maintenance. So I just have to maximise my efficiency.
Oh, that's hilarious. But what about if you're having a wash and a blow dry, it can get noisy.
No. I mean, if I'm on the call, I'm I'm on mute. And then obviously, I feel like the person said before, there's a long conference call. It's I'm not necessarily contributing. Yeah. But this is mainly when I'm getting colour done. So
colour done. You can
foils. I can step out, be I'm just getting out of the car, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You
can get a few emails done while you're sitting there waiting for the colour to develop, or a bit of toner.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a long process, Kate, isn't it? 4 or 5 hours, isn't it? Foils and colour.
Yeah.
What is foils? When you see people,
they actually have.
Tints?
I think they call it that because it's the foil in your hair.
Yeah, but
they
what
use
is it?
foil.
What are you doing?
Usually you're bleaching. You're putting different colours in. That's a different. That's different.
That could colour your hair sometimes.
We'll help you out, mate. I'll jump in over the top. You're all in the running. Nova's first class and 50k. Gina, Emmy, thank you for calling through. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you. Join the office.
Go and get your hair done today.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about leaving work with a bang. And I know, you know what, I think we all have a job at some stage where you don't enjoy it. I think, and that's the best thing about it. Actually, I saw a documentary recently of these chefs, these world-famous chefs, and they were saying, what's the best restaurant that you've worked in? And they all said it was the crap ones that they first started in because it taught them resilience. And
they always say that, don't they?
And I thought you always need a few crap jobs to realise how good it is on the other side. And that's why we've had a crap job here at Nova for so long, because we're always looking for the grass that's greener over the other side.
But is it? That's the big problem.
Better the devil you know.
Really?
I want to talk about a Mexican news channel. Have you got any sort of Spanish music in the system there, Jess?
Are you trying to get crazy with this? Don't you know I'm loco?
Oh, yeah. Okay, Richie, stop doing that with your neck.
You're talking to me, Fitz. You're talking to me.
Okay, Richie.
Kate, you would have been doing manies back in the day in the 90s to this, wouldn't you? Black Sunday?
I remember being in Shano's room at Ingleburn.
Really?
Listening
you and
to
Shano.
This. All right, be quiet, guys.
Oh, look at her go. So it's like a lock-in. Shano's on the old Lynx Africa.
Yeah, Clint and Shane.
Clint and Shane.
Maddie from up the road.
Oh, yeah.
Shush.
It is. Okay, all right. Well, I want to talk about a Mexican news channel. So, do you know that they've been... Have you seen all the vision of the solar eclipse over in the States?
No.
Everyone's been talking about this solar eclipse, and everyone was out there. I think Trump had his glasses out again and went out on the balcony. But
that's right.
Okay, so this... in Mexico and a news
Jason
channel.
Derulo didn't put his thing up to his eyes.
That's right.
Yeah,
what happened? What did you have to put? Oh,
he didn't put his square up to his eyes.
Oh, but he'd wear a helmet when riding a bike.
Yeah, I would like to think so.
So, RCG Media's 24/7 news program was showing vision of the solar eclipse live. It was just unfortunate that there was an employee there who was not happy, with the station, been there for a long time, wanted to get out and thought he would go out with a bang. So as everyone was watching the solar eclipse live, he put up a photo of his testicles.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So was it on the screen, or you're going to need to give me more details about where his plums appeared?
So everyone is watching.
Don't get dragged down in the details.
You have to get dragged out in the details. So they're watching a screen, Fitz.
So they're watching as the sun. It's oh my gosh, it's nearly fully blacked out, and then all of a sudden just popped up on the screen just for a split second.
Crown
and
jewels.
if anyone, it's just the man's genitals and
just that bit. From which angle?
Great question. Was he doing the bulldog, or was he
taken? Has he taken the photo, and how? From which angle?
Great question, Kate. I don't think you can really selfie yourself from down there, can you?
Yes, you can.
Can you, mate?
Oh no, not that!
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.